Okay, some time has passed. A couple of hours at least, one would think. I've completely forgotten what we're doing. We never checked out the garden. Unless this is the garden. In which case we did check it out. I just hit a button to ping from Dragon Age.
Oh.
We're uncomfortably close here.
We just...
Jar, want to talk now I'm your master?
You're welcome to visit the school.
Where did all the students go? Are they all in here? Where'd everyone go?
I'm not really surprised that you...
So we can spar with them anytime we want. Which is a nice option. Oh, sorry, we've not read this one. By the time Zhu Hao was 20, he had already mastered his new style. Rather than leave his small home, he decided to start a school and have the students come to him. Word slowly spread throughout the south of the new master teaching a unique style. In time, the school became one of the most powerful in all the south, and Zhu Hao soon became known as Master Black Leopard. Though he gained many eager students, Zhu Hao never gave away all the secrets of Black Leopard style, believing instead his students should create for themselves. Good. A new style out of the basics, just as he had. Black Leopard style died with Master Black Leopard, and no one has since been able to learn its deepest secrets. I mean, cool. We're just leaving his body there, I see. Nothing to steal.
It's about time somebody dealt with that rogue Smiling Hawk. Of course, now I have to clean up the mess you two made.
Nah! Fucking...
I'm glad Master Smiling Hawk is gone. That man terrified me.
So all the students are...
It is a shame that blood was shed, but the school is better off without Smiling Hawk.
Okay. That's it, just we're done here. We still need to find the dude. Do we still need to find the dude, or did he say he died? No, he's dead. Okay, let's just leave then. So, that was the Black Leopard School. That's the Golden Way. So many people. Why did BioWare stop doing crowd scenes?
I don't care even if there are ghosts. The Emperor is strong.
Boy. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's one of those... Yeah. Makes sense. What are we looking at here? Golden Way.
I've heard rumors of a young hero making quite a stir in Tian's Landing.
Phuh, I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
Lost? This area is known as the... On the north side of the district is the Imperial... What else?
Should we poke the Golden Way? I have no idea. You gonna tell me what it is? No. This is just a really cultural bit.
I love living in the Imperial City. There's always something for me and my friends to do.
Commoner. What have we got? The Necropolis, we were told about that. The Scholar's Garden, we were told about that. The theater. Let's go into the Necropolis, if we can.
Hold on there. This way leads into the Necropolis, a dangerous area. You shouldn't go in there unless you have some business there.
My business is where I make it.
Yes, but I must warn you, the dead aren't the only terrifying things in the Necropolis. They say the Lotus Assassins have a special interest in the place.
Sweet.
I have nothing more to say on that subject, and you certainly didn't hear that rumor from me.
More details about the problems in the Necropolis.
Not the nicest of topics, but go ahead.
Why aren't the guards doing anything about it?
Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the Necropolis that it just isn't safe anymore. It would take an army of us to clear them out, if we could do it at all. We can't even safely post a guard in there.
But they never leave the Necropolis.
We just warn people away. The Lotus Assassins want everyone kept away as well. First time I've heard of them being altruistic.
Means there's a bit of the thingy in there. When did this all start?
Things have been bad over the past few, let's say 5 years. No one has any idea why so many of the dead refuse to return to the Wheel of Life peacefully. All we know for sure is that they're not happy. Not happy at all.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
I'd hate to see a pretty lady like you get hurt. If you're going in there, just watch your back.
What else have we got here? I want to go to the Scholar's Garden. Beg a song?
I greet you, my lady. I wonder if you might have some silver to spare.
It depends. Your clothes are expensive and you speak like a noble.
I come from a very wealthy family. As such, I have a certain lifestyle to maintain. Parties, female admirers, lots of wine. You understand.
Not even a little bit.
I have to have an income, don't I? My father looked at my considerable expenses and told me to get my own silver.
So you turn to begging?
Of course. I am a noble. The shame of manual labor or the stink of trade must not be allowed to touch me, or even waft its way close to me.
But there is no shame in begging?
How could there be shame? You've got it and I want it. Should I steal it? Never. Simply ask like a civilized soul, I say.
Loads of refuse.
I read all the greatest philosophers and consulted with wise men before reaching this decision. I assure you the philosophical underpinnings are quite sound. Wisdom is only gained by experience, wine, women, and song, as it were. But a life of revel with no reflection still does not lead to true wisdom. One must ponder, one must daydream. Even if I could bear the shame of sullying my hands with work, when would I think? How could I grow wise?
Through work. So you are begging in order to pay for drunken debauchery, all in service of becoming truly wise.
Well, it loses some of the subtlety when you put it that way. But yes.
Yes. Alright, the pursuit of wisdom is noble. Here's a silver
I thank you. It's not easy for one such as I. I have it far more difficult than the impoverished beggars of this city.
He's a madman.
Farewell.
Your walk is uneven. You would be a substandard dancer. Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth.
Oh yeah?
You
well, you
dress
fight
yourself
like a
in
cow.
the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth.
Why you attempt to assault
Your
me?
breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal was of suspect quality.
Well, you fight like a dairy farmer, sir. Ask for an explanation. Justify yourself, or I will take offense.
Your beliefs are superficial, and your culture is substandard.
There is no point to your insults. Defend your claims or cease this instant.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults. Someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need.
Explain yourself.
An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. He needs to go.
The city hosts many visitors. Why is he so different?
The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of civilized behavior. He spews insults at the emperor himself. So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe, but that will not last. If he is reported, the Lotus assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was harbored or his offense was encouraged. Guilt by association is enough for them.
Perhaps I can reason with this outlander.
That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the winner. Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework and says they are beaten.
He sounds like a man after my own
Normally, the peasants
heart.
like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence too. Getting rid of this nuisance will endear you to many.
I'll teach him not to mock our culture.
I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition has moved him. Please, I hope you will prove to be a worthy opponent.
Indeed. Does he fight like a dairy farmer?
I haven't seen any ghosts wandering in the city. And I hope I never do.
If there are ghosts, why haven't I seen...
Music and the arts. Music and the other arts are vital parts of life in the Jade Empire. As with any truly civilized people, even the common man can enjoy the benefits of music in his daily life. Only the music of the Jade Empire itself truly satiates this primal urge. The lesser, more savage peoples that surround us know nothing of true culture, and their primitive beatings and wailing cannot touch the soul as truly as have the masterpieces of Water Swallow or the heart-wrenching tragedy of Falling Star. For this reason, if not others, it is our duty as a cultured people to bring civilization and joy of the arts to those less advanced and gifted societies. Don't level me up for fucking reading shit. It did, didn't it? It fucking did. Son of a bitch. I'm just gonna put that all into body. And we're gonna put some into Stone Immortal. Seems about right.
What? I was thinking about the Imperial City. It is such an expansive place with a great deal of history, but my gift lets me see other things as well. Glimmers of the past.
What kind of things have you seen?
It is deep and layered. The lives of people spent in the shadow of the wall. Working, dying, never leaving. All their experiences have left marks upon it. The stones echo with their passing. Sometimes I can almost hear their voices.
Why haven't you mentioned this before?
I get hints, but nothing that seems useful. They are visions that are possible, or that have possibly been. They are very strong in the city, but they overlap as well. It has history, ages of history, and much of it is covered in blood and misery. And not all of that is in the distant past. There are dark currents I cannot see clearly.
Raisins?
The threads of fate are woven in the city, or will be. Does that make sense? I don't know anymore.
Have you seen anything that can be of help?
Any spirits that can speak clearly are asking for help themselves. The world is upside down. It seems like there is so much more at stake than just our master's safety. I am worried, but I know you'll be able to set things right. Let's get going. I feel a chill.
Okay. I'm gonna swap you out now.
My blades are yours to command.
Sweet. Where are you at?
Always happy to help. What do you need?
What's on your mind right now?
I was just thinking that we should keep at finding a way to the Imperial Palace. It's not that I don't want to talk, but I know time is of the essence, and I'd hate to hold you up. I'd be more comfortable if we made some more progress towards the palace before I use up any more.
And then,
Time to bloody my axes. What? Well, the city has everything you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and with something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues. Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that one. Whatever.
I'm pure Krogan. You should be in awe.
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them. I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you?
You're judging me, and you're gonna fucking jump on my back and kick my ass at some point.
I think it's unwise to trust the Emperor's daughter. She acts without regard for her station, but she is a slave to it like we all are. What other truths might she have missed? She may have good information for you, but I suspect she has her own agenda. Be careful.
Wise counsel.
I just hope we don't bump into my suspicious spouse. Yes? Asking the same question. Please try...
Okay. I think no one has anything to say now, so... We can try talking to the demon.
What do you want?
What do you think of our current situation?
This place is evil. I don't like it here. The people, they're hurting too. A black cloud hangs over this place. Please, don't leave me behind here. Not alone. Is there anything else you want?
1,000-yard stare on this girl. Are you alright with the demons inside you?
They don't come out very much. The Guardian protects me and keeps the other inside. When the other tries to get out, it feels like my head is going to tear itself apart.
Must be very hard on you.
Yes, but the Guardian has always been with me, and I trust him. The other one has been there too, but smaller. They won't say why. They say we have to be with you now.
Hush, child, I will speak for now. This child has been chosen as the vessel to allow me into the mortal realm. She is my gate into this world, and I am her protector. Why did you choose her? The amulet you carried had been hidden in the village by the last of the spirit monks, and the whole area flooded. Those remaining behind died, and it was lost forever. The dam had opened again and the water receded. I am bound to protect this amulet, but to exist in this world, balance is needed, with good, evil, with life, death. Of those who died there, I chose this one as my host. She was reborn through my power, and I within her. But balance required that my heavenly presence have an opposite. Wildflower is dead? We needed a host, and she was there. I did not expect balance to require that both I and Ya Zhan be within her. It's almost too much for her to bear. We're both here inside her, but Ya Zhen is different. He cares nothing for the amulet or the girl and would gladly sacrifice her to escape.
Ha! You care too much for this whelp. Ukir ukir wo kup thithir sunuk. Uk ipipir sa irtatasi.
Quiet! Stay inside. Do not mention these things to Wildflower, Spirit Monk. She is only dimly aware of her past, and this knowledge would harm her further. Yeah, the fact that she's dead is pretty... That's a pretty big revelation.
This'll be fun, you and I together. Oh, wait. I was just thinking...
Okay, where are we going now that we've chatted to everyone? Market, Necropolis, Ministry Hostel, Theatre Pavilion, Scholar's Garden. Onward! To battle! Battle Brothers. Hostel. Can I just...
Lost, citizen?
What can you tell me about this area of the city?
This district? Well, it's called the Golden Way for a variety of reasons. Certainly one of the richer areas of the city, one of the best looking as well. This district is a major thoroughfare, with the Scholar's Garden at one end and the Market District at the other.
This place is fucking huge.
There's also the Necropolis, but most people avoid that place. Who wants to spend time with the dead?
Me? Alright, goodbye.
All those nobles with fat purses and thin intellects. I swear, heaven must look like this.
Enlightened stage. This is the pavilion. A bit smaller than I thought it would be. Let's go to the Scholar's Garden then.
Lost?
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person.
Yeah, I know. I'm great.
I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength.
No, I'm great. Who are you now?
As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer.
Interesting.
He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
They rightfully fear him. He is Sun Li, the glorious strategist.
Why would you say that? Is that what he told you? I'm sorry, but I simply cannot believe that your Master Li is the glorious strategist.
It doesn't matter what you believe. I know it, and that's enough.
Sun Li died 20 years ago. Everyone was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire. Now, it seems they may have been traitors. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father.
Oh, sweetheart, it's
but
so
it doesn't
much
matter
worse.
who your master is.
I don't even know what it is,
but
but it's so much worse.
Death's Hand controls what my father hears. He must be discredited for you to succeed.
I'm just gonna hit him with a stick. What do I need to do?
Death's Hand has almost total control over my father. We must find conclusive evidence of his crimes and reveal his corruption. And I know how.
Is it, through
Construction
hitting
on
things
the
with a
wall
stick?
has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems.
Sweet.
Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
I've been fighting the Lotus Assassins. How can I infiltrate them?
We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting.
Luckily, I have I fought a number of them. I would be spotted.
Have any Lotus assassins who saw your face live to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tien's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
Sweet. How can this be done?
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round.
Fucking arena.
Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion.
We're always going to do the arena. You know a lot about the Lotus Assassins. Why?
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
I'll go see what I can learn in the Imperial Arena.
Yes, I will have my people spread rumors of your interest. Once you pass the silver round, the Executioner will take an interest. I'm sure he will find you as impressive as I do. Or, if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. I hear Dongao is closer to the assassins than he should be. Unless you want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours.
Wait at the flyer, I'll speak with you later.
Of course. I look forward to it.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Hail, traveler well met.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away. We'll teach you to insult a guard of the Imperial City.
Friend.
Staff!
Sky, did you just hit me?
Always happy to help. Dawnstar has been telling me about two rivers, the Swamp and Gao the Lesser. I was sorry to hear about your town. You're a woman with a knack for finding trouble.
You were the one facing down 3 pirates alone not too long ago.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. We're kindred spirits, you and I.
Brother.
There's something I've been meaning to ask you. Why? Seriously, why are you doing this? Details aside, you're fighting the Empire as a whole when you oppose the Lotus Assassins, Death's Hand, or the Emperor's will. I know all about your village and your master, and that explains some of it. What it doesn't explain is your drive, your strength. What gives you that?
People are suffering, I'm going to find out why and fix it.
I wonder if fate cast this burden upon you, or if you rose up on your own to shoulder it. History will probably decide. I know you're going to follow Silk Fox's plans to find a way into the Assassin's Den. It won't be easy, but I'm confident we'll succeed. It's what happens after you find a way in that has me worried.
You worried about me? That's sweet of you.
What can I say? You're a source of constant excitement in my life. I'd hate to lose that.
What kind of excitement are we talking about?
All kinds. Trust me. Let's not get too far off topic, though. This is important.
Why the concern?
I knew men and women who were drawn to the Lotus Assassins. They went into that place to prove themselves, as you intend to. And the few who made it back out were different.
They'll have to kill me before they change me.
That's reassuring to hear. I'm afraid of what would happen if they convinced you that their way is right. I know you'll be fine. The assassins will be lucky if you don't bring the place down around their ears. Just be sure not to tip your hand before you're ready.
Bitch, I am the master of not tipping my hand.
That's all in the future, though. We should keep at what we're doing. There's a lot left to tackle before we're done.
Indeed. What are your thoughts on our situation?
Well, let's see if I can break it down for you. We're desperately trying to impress the people who are trying to kill you and who kidnap your master.
Yes.
That, of course, will allow us to enter the heart of their lair, where we can acquire highly sensitive evidence against the most dangerous man in the Empire.
Yes.
If we were anyone else, I'd say we were doomed. But hey, we got me.
Yes. I'll talk to you later, Sky.
Of course.
So, do we do now have, yeah.
Anything is better than waiting around in the camp. Hello again. I enjoy our little chats, but I don't think anything has changed since we last spoke. I still need evidence against Death's Hand to free my father. Meet the Executioner in the arena, or speak with Scholar Dungao in the Scholar's Garden about the Inquisitor. Hurry, or you'll lose your chance to help your master.
I want to ask more about this evidence that you want.
We've gone over this. Death's Hand is using the prisoners who should be working on the wall to construct some sort of personal army of golems. My father probably knows something, but not the true danger of it. I need to show that Death's Hand intends to seize control.
It's so much worse than you think.
The Lotus Assassins act for Death's Hand. There has to be proof of his evil intent in the Lotus Assassin Fortress. That is where you need to go.
Why is your servant giving me a gift?
Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assistance. Consider it a small token of my favor.
I appreciate your gift.
I thank you for your courtesy. One always likes to hear when one's gifts are appreciated. It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. A princess is not normally allowed to show favorites.
Then why did I take the risk?
Better that I give it away before Death's Hand carts it off. He has been quite brazen. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition, despite my respect for it?
Sounds like you've got princess
Sometimes
issues.
I want what everyone else has, to be myself.
And I'm not interested.
Generosity is part of my character from time to time as well. It is more than most men will show for you.
And thank you for the gift and the risk you took giving it.
You are polite at least. Too many men just take what they can while they can. Perhaps we women are more civilized.
Don't go all Asari on me,
But
love.
the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined for the throne, destined to rule the Empire after my father, but that will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the Imperial succession. Or perhaps convince my father that he should be Emperor by marriage.
You. We cannot allow such a travesty to happen.
Indeed, we cannot. I would bite my own tongue before ever allowing that man to touch me.
Oh, is she gay?
I'm sorry, I've ruined the mood. We should continue our talk
I'm not
another
interested.
time. First, we must expose Death's Hand, reveal his treachery and manipulation.
See, that could have meant I'm not into men, or that could have meant he's not a man.
I will answer. My father? What do you want to know that isn't already public knowledge? Emperor Sunhai is well known and well loved. Death's Hand is wearing away at that reputation, however, and I need to stop him before it goes too far.
When did Desan join your father's court?
He has been present for as long as I can remember, but he only rose to prominence after the end of the long drought.
Because we're missing some pieces here. What was your father like before this began?
My father was very caring when I was a child. Now he is cold and distant. I know Death's Hand is corrupting him somehow.
I go back to my other questions.
I will answer.
Goodbye.
I am honored that you have chosen me.
Anything?
All right. We just...
Let's keep things simple. If someone gets in our way, remove them. I trust your plans go well.
How do you feel about the plan to join the Lotus Assassins? I will need your knowledge.
It is a foolish idea. You do not understand the seductive nature of the assassins and what they do to recruits.
This is what I needed to know. Enlighten me.
It does not take much to make a person forget who they are. With a little effort, they can be pushed past any morals they might have claimed. Cloaked in service and honor, even the most depraved of barbarity soon becomes unremarkable.
If you're so loyal, eat this puppy. I will find a way to enter without participating in their foul ways.
A naive assumption. Perhaps you can avoid direct participation, but their fanaticism will still affect you. The rot that is Death's Hand permeates the complex. He was made our leader during the raising of Dirge. He replaced Sun Qin, who along with the glorious strategist, never returned from that campaign. I did not serve Death's Hand long, but when the orders came, he never questioned. The connection is more direct than loyalty, and he instills that in his Lotus assassins. That is how so many were driven to kill without cause, and why I decided no more.
Please don't betray me. Why does this trouble you so much? You've killed many before and since.
There was more to that event. You are right to sense it. But I have kept my silence for so long that I must carefully consider the repercussions of breaking it. I must inevitably deal with my demons. Your destiny demands it. But I must also know that those demons will be put to rest, not exploited.
That's a fair point.
For many years, I did nothing. If I had known Master Li was the glorious strategist, so much could have been resolved one way or another. In the end, I will have to trust that you are enough his student to find a way to protect what I cannot.
I think we're going to the arena with you, mate. We each have our path, Sue. I will listen when you are ready.
So you claim. I am not accustomed to words having such weight. We should resume your mission. You have far to go.
Don't screw me over, dude.
Goodbye.